Okay, welcome to Trimming Musical Fat, the podcast where we trim albums that are too damn long, and welcome to another episode, in fact our third episode, of 90 from the 90s, where Paul and I, select an album from the 1990s that we regard as one of the best from that time period. The only rule that we have, well, two rules: it must be an original album released in the 1990s, and we are only allowed to choose one album per artist. So far, we have had Paul, I think, Nirvana's Nevermind, Alice in Chains' Dirt. We had Robbie Williams' I've Been Expecting You, and Tin Planet by Space, is that right?
Yep, that was the last one, yeah.
Okay, so this brings us to choices 5 and 6, and I'll maybe start with you. What are you wanting to bring to the table today?
I'm going to bring an album that you had that I really liked called Wasted in America by Love Hate, a kind of grunge rock band.
Mm-hmm.
Came out in 1991, and I just really enjoyed the sound because it had grunge, but it also had, like, you could hear a Queen influence there. It had harmonies and good rocking songs, and just a really good album, actually, and one I would still listen to now. Although it's not very well known, but it was really, and you've seen them live, haven't you? Love Hate. Oh, I thought you'd seen them live.
A couple of times, yeah. I've seen them a couple of times. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
A few times. And they, that was their second album, and I had the good fortune to see them supporting, I forget who it was now, it might have been Skid Row or Megadeth or somebody like that. And it's unusual, a supporting band that's really good. Just remember them being really good and thinking I must find out a little bit more about them. So, yeah, and then it obviously released, I was going to say Breakfast in America, but that's Supertramp, Wasted in America.
Mm.
And they toured that, and I went to see them at the Barrowlands, Glasgow, Barrowlands. And they did a record signing earlier that day, so I got my ticket signed maybe by the band,
Right. Mm-hmm.
and then went to the show, which was a brilliant show, really good show, and seen them again maybe 3 or 4 years later at, was it the Garage or the Cat House or something in Glasgow, which was a smaller venue. I think I'm sure I was up front for that, but that was another good show. But yeah, brilliant album, just very, very tuneful, hard rock, great harmonies. Can't recommend it highly enough. What's your favourite track in it, Paul?
I actually like Tranquilizer. That's really good rock, and I like how a lot of the songs, they change tempo as well, and just really good. And I think at that point as well, I really liked that sound. And Jizzy Perrell, the singer, but I remember seeing he was originally going to be Jim Morrison in the Doors film, or he tested for it because he did look a bit like him, but obviously Val Kilmer got the role.
Yeah.
He originally, Jizzy Perrell, could have been Jim Morrison in the Doors.
Jizzy Perrell, Skid, Johnny Love, yeah. I remember at the record signing, I'm sure that's the drummer. Went, "Oh, you guys going to be playing Tranquilizer tonight?" And he's like, wait and see. He went, "Do you like that one?" I went, "Oh yeah, it's the best one." He just smiled. It's like, move on. Yeah, but they certainly did do it that night. It was brilliant. So cool, yeah, good choice. I actually not listened to that album in a long time. I actually always kind of keep hoping there's going to be a re-release on vinyl at some point. I'd love to get it on vinyl, so I remain hopeful. Okay, good choice. Well, I am going to select for choice number 6 an album from I think 95 or 96, and it is this one here, Alanis, Alanis
Excellent,
Morissette's
yes.
Jagged Little Pill. And I think actually, I think you bought this for me, the vinyl version about 8 years ago
Maybe
or
I did.
something, for my birthday. I'm sure you did. I'm
Maybe.
sure you got me this for my birthday. So yeah, Jagged Little Pill, mid-90s, Alanis Morissette's. This wasn't our first album, but this was kind of, I think, our first serious artistic statement, change of style, you know, in terms of music, clothes, and such like. And obviously, I think it was kind of more poppy beforehand. Then she went kind of, you know, alternative rock, really, with this. Why have I selected it? Well, you just need to kind of look through the song titles, don't you, and see how many good songs are on here. All I Really Want, You Ought to Know, Hand in My Pocket, You Learn, Head Over Feet, Ironic. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And it's one of those records where you just couldn't escape it, could you? For a couple of years, you heard those songs on the radio all the time for a long time, and still get a lot of play. You know, You Ought to Know and Ironic especially, still get a lot of airplay. So what I like about it, she has a very unique voice, doesn't she? You know, Alanis Morissette, when she's singing, she's just got a very unique style to her singing, and the songwriting on this is top notch. It's obviously a woman with a lot to say, a lot of pent up anger that she wanted to get out there. So you've got those lyrics on top of some real killer tunes as well. So yeah, it's a great album. You know, one of the highlights of the mid-90s, and still stands up. Actually still sounds as fresh today when you give it a listen. So yeah. Did you have a favourite track of that album?
I can't remember the name of the song. Can you go for the singles again?
Was it a single or was it an album track?
It was a single. Not You Ought to Know,
okay,
not
single
that one.
was were other.
Something
Was it
about
Hand in
feet.
Pocket?
Yeah, I think it was that one.
Yeah. One hand in my pocket and another. Yeah, great
one,
tune.
And
and obviously, I think for her as an individual, she was highly influential on other female artists.
yeah, no, she was massive at the time. And was there not? Did she not do like a bit at the end where you think the album's finished and she comes back?
Yes, I'm sure she did. I can't remember if that's on the vinyl version or not. But I'm sure that is the case.
That was all the rage at that time.
And of course, we are going to be doing. It was, wasn't it? Yeah, the hidden tracks. Yep, which was cool. Still, the scariest one was the gallons of flowing alcohol. Was it?
Through the strip.
Flow through whatever it's called. Through the strip, yeah. That, hands down, was the scariest one. If you had your headphones on, you fell asleep listening to that. Except it's kind of... So, but yeah, that was definitely in vogue at the time, because the CDs, you could waste the time, you know, of 10-20 minutes to get to the hidden track. Yeah. But yeah, great album. Yeah. I think my favourite track in it wasn't a single. It was it Forgiven? I'm trying to remember now. Sure it was, yeah, Forgiven. Brilliant song. Anywho, so that is my choice, and there we are, our selections 5 and 6 of 90 from the 90s. What would be some of your selections? Drop us a line and let us know, and come back soon for another episode of 90 from the 90s. Until then, keep trimming.